$420 million. Every week, not per year, not per month. Every single week, Pablo Escobar's organization generated $420 million in cash. The money came in so fast, they couldn't count it. His accountants estimated they wrote off $2 billion per year just to rats. Rats ate the cash in the warehouses where it was stored. He considered it an acceptable loss. Forbes listed Escobar among the world's wealthiest people for 7 consecutive years. At his peak, he controlled 80% of the global cocaine supply. Every documentary tells you he was dangerous. None of them explain how one man from a dirt floor house in Medellin built the most profitable criminal operation in human history. That is what we are here to do. Chapter 1. Where he came from. Pablo Escobar was born December 1st, 1949. His father farmed. His mother taught school. The family had almost nothing. He told his cousin as a teenager that he would be a millionaire before he turned 22 by stealing grave markers and reselling them. Then contraband cigarettes. Then cars. Then something much larger. Here is what the simplified version never says. Medellin in the 1970s had unemployment above 25% in its poorest districts. Escobar did not choose crime over opportunity. He chose crime because opportunity did not exist. He identified cocaine as a commodity the United States desperately wanted, and Colombia could supply almost exclusively. Then he built a machine to move it. Chapter 2. The parallel state. This is the part that makes people uncomfortable. Escobar built schools. He funded housing projects in the comunas. He constructed football pitches, paid for medical treatment, handed cash directly to families who had nothing. He was not running a charity. He was building loyalty. But the loyalty was real, because the need was real. He was not loved despite what he did. He was loved because of what the state had refused to do. The Colombian government had abandoned those communities for decades. Escobar showed up. That is not a defense of him. It is an explanation of why 50,000 people worked for him and why communities protected him when the police came looking. Simultaneously, he built the other side of the operation. Plata o plomo, silver or lead. Accept the bribe or accept the bullet. He applied this to judges, to police, to politicians, to journalists, to rival traffickers. The choice was always the same. Chapter 3. The fact nobody mentions. In 1982, Pablo Escobar ran for the Colombian Congress and won. He served as an alternate representative for the Liberal Party. He made speeches. He advocated for housing reform. He was attempting to do what powerful men have always done: convert informal power into something the state would have to legitimize. The Colombian establishment said no. Justice Minister Rodrigo Lara Bonilla exposed his criminal record publicly and had him removed from his seat. That decision, the correct decision, was also the decision that started the most violent period in Colombian history. Lara Bonilla was assassinated 14 months later. What followed was not Escobar's opening move. It was his response to a door being closed. He bombed a commercial aircraft, killed 3 presidential candidates, detonated car bombs across Bogotá, declared open war on the Colombian government. Between 1984 and 1993, 3 presidential candidates assassinated, 200+ judges killed, 1,000+ police officers murdered. Colombia became the most violent country on earth. Chapter 4. The end that changed nothing. Colombian security forces, backed by USDEA intelligence, tracked Escobar to a rooftop in Los Olivos, Medellin. He was shot and killed attempting to flee. The Colombian government celebrated. The United States celebrated. Within months, the Cali cartel, which had quietly cooperated with both governments to bring Escobar down, expanded into every market he had left behind. His death did not end cocaine trafficking. It restructured it. The industry fractured into smaller, more adaptable, harder-to-target organizations that have proven far more durable than anything Escobar built. The U.S. cocaine market did not shrink after 1993. It grew. In the comunas of Medellin, the reaction was not celebration. There was grief, open grief, from communities that had received from one man what their government had never provided. That grief is the most important data point in the entire story, and almost no one talks about it. Chapter 5: The Real Lesson. Pablo Escobar killed thousands of people. He terrorized an entire nation for a decade. Nothing that follows changes that. But the story told about him. Monster appears, builds, empire gets destroyed, is not the accurate account. And because it is not accurate, it produces no useful lesson. The accurate account is this: a specific state at a specific moment failed enough of its people, for long enough, that a man with Escobar's intelligence and ruthlessness found the conditions already prepared for him. Pablo Escobar was not the cause of Colombia's failure. He was the consequence of it. The most dangerous criminal in history did not create a broken state. He filled one. And the next person who fills a vacuum like that will not come from nowhere either. He will come from exactly the same place Escobar came from. A specific community, abandoned by the institutions that were supposed to serve it, where someone decided to build something different on whatever terms were available. Medellin today is one of the most studied examples of urban renewal in the world. It took 30 years, sustained political will, significant investment, and it began only after the cost of doing nothing became impossible to ignore. The question Escobar's story leaves open is not how to stop the next one. It is whether anyone will address the conditions before he arrives.